Kim and Aaron as well, the whole situation with Gronkowski. Is this his last year? Are we going to see the dissemination, I guess, if you will, of the Patriots finally coming into 2019? What do you think? What do you think is going to happen after this particular season?
You own, probably in my eyes, the best chandelier in the league. And when I say chandelier, one hit with this guy and it's done. It's canceled Christmas and he's gone. He's injury prone. Who are you talking about? Gronkowski? Gronk.
Okay.
Yeah. And so, yeah, I think the league pampers him so he doesn't get that season-ending injury. And I think Brady has something to do with it because Brady loves to go to him. Mm-hmm. Brady is his whoopee, his comfortable blanket.
Yes, absolutely.
And he showed that today with that awesome catch in the end zone Gronk had today. That downfield play. Amazing ability. But I see Tom throwing a lot of effed up throws, man. Just to the ground and not even close to the receivers.
Right.
I'm not sure what the hell's happening with him, but and our defense is so sketch.
Yeah, there was a lot of third down conversion plays that I saw against the Jets that I think they could have stopped them, but there is something that's failing, and this is something that they definitely have to figure out before the playoffs start, and it's concerning me. I mean, there's so much that Hightower can do. There's so much some of these other players can do, but I don't know if the key players that we have are enough to beat Kansas City or LA or New Orleans,
Well, we got to test it next week. Minnesota comes to town,
Vikings.
And if anybody has a ticket for that show, let me have it.
The Patriots are playing home.
Yeah, they're home.
They're playing home. It's a 4:30 game. We definitely want to
bring
this up.
Is it a 4:30 game?
It's a 4:30 game.
I think it's a later game than that. Is it?
From my understanding, it's a 4:30 game, which alludes me to tell you guys that we are definitely going to have the show earlier. We're planning on having the show 1 to 3, and then after that, plenty of time to watch the
pizza and beer.
Patriots action
Chinese
and stuff
food
like
and
that. So
beer.
yeah, and as a matter of fact, if anybody would like to join me at my club at the Lafayette next Sunday, by all means, just message me. I can make things happen. So that goes to anybody here as well. So
awesome.
But
get the ladies' input on the game. I want to know Kim's input of. She said she wants the game. So Kim, what did you get out of the? Sorry, what did you get out of the game?
I'm not as in depth as you guys. Like I don't watch the yardage and stuff. But my biggest thing, and I get aggravated really quick with referees. And I don't know what in the world. Like, I swear to God, you sneeze sideways, and those refs were calling calls, and it was really aggravating me.
Yeah.
Or there is calls that are not made. How many times that there's pass interference against Michelle or Gronkowski or Edelman or whatever? It's
ghost calls. I hate ghost calls. I hate phantom calls. But today's favorite call, the refs was yellow because they were throwing it left and right, man.
Yep.
And what was that one call they called that the center call on the field goal where he went down and he pushed down on the center, the hiker, and they made that call? I don't know if you saw that part, but it was like you've never heard the explanation of a call. You hear the holding calls, you hear the pass interference calls, but this is a call I've never even heard of before.
Are you talking about the chop block call?
No. I guess you can't jump and pin the center down. The hiker.
Oh yeah.
Remember that call?
Remember that call? Yes.
But they used a word for it, and I'm like,
yeah, I never heard of it.
That?
Yes, no, I know what you're talking
and
about.
that's like to me a ghost call, phantom call, bullshit call because you've never heard it before. I mean, never, and they don't even bring it up. So
Well, apparently that particular team of refs hold the record for calling the most calls on people. Apparently.
Jesus.
But yeah, chop block was a great
yeah,
call.
I know. I haven't heard a chop block call in I don't know how long. And the other thing that I've also noticed is that there was a lot of passing interference calls on offense versus defense, especially in today's game. So I don't know. I don't know if the referees are are watching for things now that, just to protect the players in particular. I don't know. I see that a lot more.
These guys have to sit down after every game with their bosses and go, all right, we're going over all the bullshit that you called in this game. And I don't know if it doesn't click in or their fucking eyes see shit that just is a mirage to them. But just let these guys play, man. They're going to get physical a little bit, But, it's just, it gets aggravating because it can affect the outcome of the game, And unfortunately, a bad call could just fuck up your team, man. Like the momentum, everything.
Oh, yeah.
And I hate that, and it's part of the game. You gotta eat it like a grain of salt, man, because
I know it's probably too early to tell because we still have a lot to play within the season. The playoff picture, where things stand division wise. Where do you think the Patriots are going to end up?
They got Minnesota. I'm hoping they can win. We're good at home, but we got to go to Pittsburgh. If we can beat Pittsburgh, then it's just divisional games, and we can beat those guys. But you got to beat Pittsburgh, because if you lose against Pittsburgh, you've just now lost home field. Mm-hmm. And I'm hoping Kansas City will lose another game. We need Kansas City to lose another game.
Pittsburgh, as a matter of fact, Pittsburgh is playing Denver right now. Yeah. We need Pittsburgh to lose. Yeah. Pittsburgh is playing in Denver right now. We'll see if we can check the score during the break. We'll find out a little bit about that too, because their record right now is 7-2-1.
Hold on, somebody's phone is ringing.
Not mine.
I'm feeling vibrations.
You sure it's a phone?
What? Shut your hole. Shut your whore mouth. You sick bastard.
It's not mine.
You and your... Never mind. We'll talk about that in just a few minutes here. Mm-hmm. But the way that the playoff picture looks, if I try to see into the future, we know we're going to have a rematch against Kansas City. I know we beat Kansas City. That's well
not if Pittsburgh takes them out of the equation.
Well, hopefully, but I hopefully that doesn't happen. In which, if we do beat Pittsburgh, hopefully maybe Pittsburgh loses today as well. But I do see something within, I don't know, with Kansas City again, and they scare me. I know we beat them earlier in the season, but there's going to be certain things that need to happen. So hopefully, I don't know. It bugs me. It just does.
It's called being a sports fan.
Well, we have a high expectation. We've talked about this in the show. We have that excellence of our teams and stuff. And I don't even want to talk about the Celtics. I don't even want to talk about the Bruins right now because Tuukka Rask.
They're just folding, man. I don't know why the Celtics are just you have all-star players. Starting five are all-star players. Why can't they gel?
They play very well in the beginning of the game, and then all of a sudden, the third, fourth quarter, they just lose they just lose the momentum, whatever you want to call it. It just bugs me. But there's still plenty of season going on. They still have
800 billion games left.
Exactly.
Or until March. They get till March, right?
Yeah, March, something like that. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But you're more of a Patriots fan than anything. All right, so when we come back, we actually have a story that we definitely wanted to bring out about this moron. I talked about two beautiful girls that have this particular disease, and we'll get into that in just a few minutes here. Our phone number, once again, is 603-217-5400 if you want to join in our conversation. Don't miss this particular segment coming out because this is important for all of us, and we'll explain. We'll be back. By the way, don't forget, Common Sense New Hampshire is brought to you by PDS.
Precision Delivery Solutions. What's going on, Phil?
This
How you
is
been?
Philip Palker.
from Precision Delivery Solutions. I'm the president and owner of the corporation.
Okay.
We are a truckload carrier regionally based in the Northeast. Currently looking for qualified CDL drivers with top pay and benefits for this area. We urge you to give us a call at 1-800-639-3095, extension 1020. That is 1-800-639-3095, extension 1020. We look forward to hearing from you folks. We are the future of transportation.
You're grabbing drinks with some friends. Started off with a pitcher for the table, which quickly becomes two. There's pool. And there's the photo booth.
All right, everybody squeeze in. Say cheese!
Followed naturally by an order of wings. And another.
Can we get some extra ranch sauce?
Then there's the ceremonial nightcap.
So what are we doing this weekend?
And lastly, it's back to the car, which, if you're buzzed, could be the most expensive night of your life. Getting pulled over for buzz driving could cost you around $10,000 in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. Nothing kills a buzz like getting pulled over for buzz driving, because buzz driving is drunk driving. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Bud Light presents Real Men of Genius, Hawaiian style.
Real men of genius.
Today we salute you, Mr. King of the Karaoke Mic.
Mr. King of the Karaoke Mic.
Armed with your mic, you brazenly take to the stage, refusing to leave until every last person has been lulled into a peaceful slumber.
Wake me when it's over.
Country, rock, R&B. From your lips, it all sounds the same, like a sick cat trapped under a parked car.
That's a flat kitty.
Sure, nobody's clapping, but that doesn't mean you can't give them 6 more encores.
They're clapping on the inside.
So crack open an ice-cold Bud Light, oh hero of the high note. You sing to the beat of a different drum, because the one in your ear is clearly broken.
Mr. Karaoke King of the Mic.
Bud Light Beer, Anheuser-Busch, St. Louis, Missouri.
If you're looking for some live music and a little fun, then Perfect Entertainment, Nashua's best for DJs and karaoke selection, is your answer. Hailed by the Nashua Telegraph, they do it all from birthday parties to weddings to corporate events. Perfect Entertainment will provide entertainment your family and friends will remember for a lifetime. For more information, visit the Perfect Entertainment page on Facebook. You could also contact them at 247-6470. That's 247-6470.
I'm Barbara Favola. I'm chair of the Arlington County Board, and I'm a breast cancer survivor. In the summer of 2008, I was diagnosed with breast cancer, and it was detected through a mammogram. I have been cancer-free for a year. Breast cancer now is not the doom and gloom diagnosis it used to be. Over 70% of breast cancer cases are first identified by women themselves doing self-examinations. More than 90% of breast cancer patients live at least 5 years or longer. Women can take charge of their health by doing their own self-examination, and if you catch it early, your prognosis for a healthy outcome is just so much greater. I hope you hear this message, I hope you act on this message, and I hope you give yourself a long, healthy life.
Welcome back to Common Sense New Hampshire. Phone number is 603-217-5400. Join the conversation with us. Mad Mike is here. Kim is here.
Or if you have a topic, let us know.
That too. And Erin D, the boss lady, is here.
The voice of Common Sense New Hampshire.
Hi, guys.
Oh, sorry.
Hi,
Oh,
guys.
I like that. That was good.
You like that?
That was good. So right now, if we are just joining us, we do have the Denver and the Pittsburgh game on, And Denver looks like they just scored, so it looks like it's going to be a tie game right now in the third quarter, 17-17, if they can